Good morning and welcome to the inaugural GAC Volleyball Media Day. Up first, our 2021 regular season champions, the Oklahoma Baptist Bison coach Anna Howle and returning student athlete Taneyah Brown. Coach, welcome to the Media Day. We'll give an opening comment for you as you prepare for the season, and then we'll have a few questions to follow.
Sounds great.
So your opening comment when you're ready.
Okay. I'm really excited about this season in 2022 and our team. Now that we're a little bit past COVID, we are excited about the new team that we have coming forward this year. We're definitely going to be young and new, but we're really glad to have leadership from Taneyah and some of our other upperclassmen. And we're really excited about going into this year. I know the GAC is doing really, really well recruiting wise, and is really working to be competitive in our region and nationally. And we're really excited about what we're going to see.
Coach, you're in your 15th season now. You've seen a lot there at Oklahoma Baptist in AI, transitioned to Division II now in the GAC for a number of years, and you've made your mark now in this conference as well. Talk about the growth that you've seen in the Great American Conference. Now, you were talking about seeing some changes and improvement even in region.
Yeah, definitely. I think the Great American Conference, since we started until now, I think the coaches here are really focused on growth and making the GAC more of a national powerhouse. We're in one of the toughest, if not the toughest region in the country. And that, we've got a lot to fight against with such great teams in our region. But I really feel like the coaches in the GAC are working to step up as we are, and really finding players that are going to compete nationally and are really strong athletes that really want to compete and grow and really want to stand up for the Great American Conference and show how great we are.
Taneyah, you're part of a program, as Coach mentioned. There's some incoming youth, but some pretty solid players that are coming back and a part of this team who've seen success not only in the GAC but just all around. And talk about playing then with the Bison now and being a part of this program.
It's a blast being a part of this program. I've had a lot of fun, especially since my freshman year until now. We've had three great seasons this past since I've been here, and it's been really fun, and I'm just super excited for what's to come.
You were a part of that team that didn't have a loss just recently, and a big part of that run as well. You're a versatile player. Talk about being on a team then that saw that success just recently.
It was great, especially during our practices. How we practice is how we played on the court, and it was very intense and very competitive, and I love that, playing in that energy.
Coach, I'm referring, of course, to spring of 21, and that was the COVID year. Things were adjusted. Obviously, it was a challenging time to, because you're going from not playing, then getting a season in, and you did that without a loss, but you're picked at the top of the preseason ranking now, coming off another regular season championship. Talk about then being the team with the target on your back.
Yeah, it is hard sometimes to be picked number one, but I also feel like it's also a blessing that the other coaches in our conference would put us there and respect us to be able to put us there. We have to back it up. We really worked to reload after we lost some of those players, or graduated some of those players from the 2021 year. That whole year, a lot of volleyball, a lot of competition. But we really felt like we're doing a good job of reloading. We're still going to be building and learning, but I think it's really important that we had those years to know who we want to be, who we need to be able to be successful, who we need to be in practice every single day. And I think we're putting that together even with our reload year. And we have a really tough preseason schedule, probably one of the toughest preseason schedules in the country. And so we're really trying to prepare for the continual growth of good volleyball in the GAC, and to be number one. Pick number one is really, really tough, and to stay number one is even harder. But I think, we've got a group of girls that are committed to being great. And I love that about our team and our program.
Coach, how have you treated scheduling as you become more and more familiar with Division II in this region? Like you said, making it as tough as possible and setting yourself up for postseason play should you be so fortunate to advance to that NCAA level?
Yeah, I think for our scheduling purposes, last year we couldn't find a tournament, where some people would let us in or whatever. And we had some great coaches that let us come and play some great volleyball last year. But this year we really sought out to see what we really have to look like against those teams that are bumping us in the region. So we're going to go play those teams and to have complete success against those teams is not expected, but to learn and to grow as a team so that we know what we need to look like to be a national powerhouse. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to go learn, we're going to go and develop as a program even more so than I feel like we have in the last couple of years, so that we can go play and see what we really need to look like to be able to be recognized in our region and nationally. More so than we ever have in the past. And I think that'll help the rest of the GAC as well, with us going up there and playing and knowing more of what we need to be like, so that everybody in the GAC, because I'm really all about the GAC and how we can be recognized regionally, because there's some really good volleyball in the Great American Conference.
Now, Coach, going up to St. Cloud State, then hosting your own tournament, and then out of region, going to West Florida. Talk about that trip.
Yeah, we always take a good trip or try to take a good trip every single year with our team. I think it's a great opportunity for us to have team bonding. I think those are some of the best experiences that our girls have together. And to me, that's really important because we're all about winning here at OBU, but we are also about having experience and growing the whole person. And part of growing the whole person and the whole team is for them to have experiences, life experiences, great fun experiences together. But we also talk about how that's going to West Florida is going to be like a business trip as well. So we're going to get to stay in a great place on the beach and get to really enjoy that time together, but then step in the gym and hopefully take care of business against some really great teams in West Florida. And, we want to see what's going on in the country. So we're not just going to stick to wanting to be the best in our region, which I think is really, really important and makes you kind of a national powerhouse just because of the region. But we want to know what's going on in the rest of the country too, so that we can really be respected and do well against those teams also.
Taneyah, with like you said, a new group of players on your squad this fall, who should we be on the watch for who will be taking larger roles from what you've seen these first few days of fall camp?
Okay, it's a great question. I think that most of our upperclassmen will be exciting to watch, and a couple of our underclassmen as well. Maybe a few freshmen, but I think I'm excited for what's to come and see how we're all going to play together and our chemistry on the court.
And have you already started packing for West Florida?
Not yet. Not yet.
Well, Joe, we got a minute for another couple of questions if you've got them.
Well, I would just, Taneyah, you had a chance. We were talking about playing on that team that didn't have a loss. Of course, the conference tournament was a little bit different. You win the conference tournament championship once, then turn right back around just a few months later, play for another conference tournament title. It was a little bit different result in that one. Talk about playing in these tournaments then and how big it is to play on that high level.
It's very, very exciting playing on that level, just being on the court, especially at the conference tournament, just knowing how intense it will be and what's on the line. I think it's very exciting and exhilarating being on the court. And it's super fun playing with my teammates that I played with for past 3 years. And it was very exciting and it felt very comfortable playing with them because they just brought an energy that made me comfortable and made me respect how they played as well. So it was very fun playing in those tournaments. I enjoyed it.
So we enjoy watching you. You're fun to watch out there.
Thank you.
Well, if there's nothing further, Coach Taneyah, thank you for being our first participants today on this year's GAC Volleyball Media Day. We hope the questions weren't too taxing and that we were able to get through a couple of initial technical hiccups. Thank you for joining us here and best of luck this fall. Thank you for taking the time with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Southern Arkansas with Coach Ali O'Banion will be next. Thank you.